Now, in the third year of their country's civil war, Syrians are being exposed to chemical weapons, according to outside experts and sources on the ground. The rebels say the Assad regime has used them, even though it said last year it would only do so in the case of a foreign attack. At the same time, the government in Damascus accuses the rebels of having used chemical weapons. State television showed this video as a record of what it said were victims in Aleppo. Yesterday, France laid a blunt accusation at Assad's door, Paris saying it had scientific proof based on samples brought back from Syria. French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius went on national television with this. He said the conclusion of the laboratory is clear. There is sarin gas. The other question is whether we can trace who originally used it. There is absolutely no doubt that it is the regime and its accomplices, he said. A line has been crossed unquestionably. 11 months ago, US President Barack Obama warned Assad against going too far after his Syrian counterpart had confirmed having the stuff in reserve.
Given the regime's stockpiles of chemical weapons, we will continue to make it clear to Assad and those around him that the world is watching and that they will be held accountable by the international community and the United States should they make the tragic mistake of using those weapons.
But yesterday, the White House reiterated its cautious approach to making good on its warning. The US is still considering how it might respond.
As well as other allies, we need to expand the evidence we have. We need to make it reviewable. We need to have it corroborated before we make any decisions based on the clear violation that use of chemical weapons would represent by the Syrian regime.
Yesterday as well, the International Inquiry Commission tabled its latest report.
There are reasonable grounds to believe that limited quantities of toxic chemicals were used. It has not been possible, on the evidence available, to determine the precise chemical agents used, their delivery systems, or the perpetrators.
Syria is one of 7 countries that have not signed up to the convention which came into force in 1997 on the prohibition of the development, production, stockpiling and use of chemical weapons and on their destruction.